Today's prompt is teaching, and what intrigued me the most about this card is the artwork. We see a woman standing next to a very ancient, gnarly, weathered, and twisted tree, but if you look closer, the tree is actually made up of stars and galaxies, and the woman herself has a star in her mind, and she's reaching out towards the moon, reaching out towards the heavens. And I thought that was a very interesting and poetic way to illustrate the concept of teaching. Because from the perspective of humanity, teaching isn't just about transferring knowledge, but it is about our connection to our ancestors, our culture, our heritage. Teaching is something unique to humans in the sense that we communicate and we transfer knowledge from one generation to the next. And so, very much like this ancient tree, teaching is an act of information, but it's also an act of shared consciousness. So, the question that I have to write about today is, what makes a good teacher? I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards to answer this question. The first cup that I pulled is the King of Cups, and the key words associated with this personality archetype are someone who's very calm, they're collected, emotionally mature, they're stable, kind, empathetic. There's a quote that says, "We teach who we are." But who are you? You are your emotions, your culture, your environment, your being, yourself. The next card is the Eight of Wands. This is about directed passion, intention, direct energy, focused communication, but most of all, action. The Eight of Wands has a passion and an intention. It is this drive to reach out. It is this drive to connect. It is this transference of energy that sparks that fire. And it reminded me of another quote by Yeats that said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." The Eight of Wands is someone who's very in tune with their passion, and they take that energy and they transform it into a drive. Fantastic teachers, the greatest teachers, are deeply connected with their passion, and that's channeled and directed and spread out into the world with the Eight of Wands energy. The next card is the Hermit. The Hermit is a quiet, solitary card about internal reflection, inner wisdom, contemplation. It represents someone who is the seeker of truth and knowledge and learning. There's a quote that says, "To become a teacher of others, first become a student of yourself." A good teacher recognizes that there's still a lot left to learn. They are the constant student themselves, always going on that inner journey, exploring deeper, keeping an open mind, always seeking knowledge. While I was looking at these cards, a character that really embodied this archetype for me was Robin Williams in the movie The Dead Poets Society. The Dead Poets Society is a terrific film, and Robin Williams plays a professor who shows up at a boarding school, and he very much embodies the King of Cups archetype. He is kind, he's empathetic, he connects emotionally with his students, but he inspires them. He shows them that English and poetry is not dull and bland and boring, but he takes his passion with the Eight of Wands and he communicates, he inspires. He is a force of nature, the way that he expresses his passion for poetry and English. In this action of meeting a really great teacher, the students continue their quest for knowledge and deepen their understanding of the world. It's a really beautiful film, highly recommended. Now I have additional questions for you to explore and reflect in your own journal. The first question: how does my emotional steadiness shape the way I teach, guide, or influence others? For the Eight of Wands, what qualities of passion, clarity, momentum make my message land? How do I make my message heard? For the Hermit, how does introspection or personal wisdom deepen what I've learned? How do I think about what I've already learned? What teachers in my life shape me or have shaped me? How did they shape me?